What's up guys, so in this video I'm going to be doing another tier list, but it's going to be a little bit different than usual. Today we're going to be doing the top 10 free-to-play robots in War Robots. These are robots that the free-to-plays I think they should be investing in because they still can do well against the meta. There's also going to be some honorable mentions in here. Let's get started. Okay, so at number 10 we have the Fury robot. So a lot of players are going to shrug this off straight away and say it's awful. But the truth is, for how much it costs, it really will do you well in Champion League. Its legendary pilot, which gives you a permanent shield breaker, only costs 1,000 gold and you can buy it anytime in the pilot training center. This can help you to deal with sword units, Ares, anything with an Aegis, because everyone knows motherships and drones give you stacks of that these days, which is incredibly handy in Champion League, especially when you have 3 heavy weapons and a nuke amp. However, I wouldn't recommend running the Hells like I am in this gameplay, as they've been nerfed since. I would be investing in weapons like the Redeemers, Decays, maybe even Dragoons. They're probably good as well. But yeah, there's plenty of builds that you can run on the Fury. Don't dismiss this thing as just a random tier 2 robot, or tier 3 or whatever it is, because this thing can actually do well in Champion League. For the number 9 spot, we have the Raven. Now, over the past year or so, this thing has received quite a few indirect buffs. I can't remember, I think it's been quite a while actually, but we did get the Nessa Riggs pilot, which gives the Raven stealth every time you jump, which is a massive buff. Then we got the Aopo drone as well, which absolutely carries it even more. And yeah, it's basically like a mini Ultimate Griffin, but just without the blindness. It still can be incredibly good in Champion League. The Hussar and Marquise build is good, and obviously ultimate weapons do actually really well on this thing. But for free-to-plays, I would recommend, as I said, the Hussar and Marquise. The Helen Skady, I don't know if that's good anymore. The Hazard and what they call Blight weapons are good on this thing. And also, if you like brawling, the Mace and Cudgels. They would be my top picks for the Raven. If you do want more tips on how to play the Raven, I would suggest checking out Lottie Rose's channel. She has run 5 Ravens in her hangar for years. So yeah, if you want Raven tips, go and see her. This thing is 100% Champion League viable. Sitting at number 8, we have the Pathfinder, a robot that personally I'm not too fond of, but the free-to-play love it. The Pathfinder has so many different configurations that is just perfect for a free-to-play player. Also, if you can't afford to level it that much, you can just sit back with sniper weapons. You've got the Mark to help your team. If there are any too high-level pay-to-win players on the Reds, you could just keep marking them and hope your team deals with them. But yeah, I do think the Pathfinder does take quite a bit of skill to use, so if you do have one of these and you master playing it, then you are going to be an absolute nightmare for the enemy team to take out. Recommended free-to-play builds that I would say, probably sniper weapons such as the Skady, just so you can get the freeze effects on their team. A lot of people have stopped using the Shions now, which I find quite interesting. But yeah, for brawler builds, you could use the Maces. I wonder if the Hazards would work on this as well. The Disciplines people use as well. Yeah, there's a lot of builds for this thing. The Oikochi takes the number 7 spot, one of the most broken meta robots ever when it came out. These days, it's doing okay in Champion League. It's available in the black market, even in the gold chest sometimes. But it's in the super chest, and it is quite easy to win, I've heard. And yes, so many players are using it, and the unknown one especially. The knockback effect can be really useful if there's pay-to-win players jumping in. I know my Ultimate Griffin does get countered by just getting pushed away by this thing. Several builds, such as the Mace and Cudgel that I'm using on it in this gameplay, can still do really well in Champion League. Some people even put their ultimate weapons on it that they've gotten for free, because I know some free-to-play players do have access to some ultimate weapons. If you don't have them, though, I would recommend other shotgun builds, like the Mogwan, and what are they called? Gangil weapons. The Cryo Rhyme might still be good on this thing, I don't know. And definitely go with the Brawler module path that this thing has, because those amps will keep you alive through a lot. A maxed out Oikochi can actually put up a decent fight against Rex. It's crazy. At the number 6 spot, we have the Ravager. So this thing got pretty badly nerfed, but it's still a very strong robot. At the end of the day, it has 5 medium weapons, which is a ton of firepower, coupled with a nuke amp. So yeah, even if you put the nerf to the ground regulators on this, you can still do a ton of damage. The Cliff to Boost pilot also got nerfed, but you can still build up, as you can see, a ton of health in this clip. By using the Kestrel drone, which heals grey durability when you go back into stealth. But yeah, I've run so many builds on the Ravager, and it is quite a fun robot to play. It is very hard to actually get a working brawler build on it now without spamming the unstable conduit. So if you are looking to invest in this as a free-to-play, I would advise you go more of the sniper route. But yeah, Ravager, I think it was very pay-to-win when it came out. And yeah, for me, it's crazy to see this on a free-to-play robots list, but it is actually widely available in the black market, and also it was in the blue data pad as well. So if you have one of these, maybe invest into it a little bit, see if you like it. We have the Cury robot as our number 5 spot. So ignore the fact that I'm running the pre-nerf, what are they called, Fengbaos on this. I literally have barely run this robot at all since it came out. So I don't have any free-to-play other weapons on it. It was either this or Ultimate Redeemers. Anyway, the Cury is still one of the tankiest free-to-play robots in the game. When you have the turrets, you literally get so much health. I didn't realize how good it actually still was. If you want to run things like Redeemers, Hammers on this thing, it will still do so well. Maybe even Devastators or something, but it's definitely a brawler. You just have to know when to dip out when your turrets are getting low. Obviously, it will still lose against a maxed out Teth, but it can still do decently against things like sword units that you catch off guard. It's more of like a saboteur robot, which I know it doesn't have that module path, but it does have a new camp, which does help to carry it a lot as well. The main thing is don't over push with it. If you know when to attack and when to back off, you will do well with the Cury in Champion League. Okay, at the number 4 spot, we have the Ducks. Oh my god, also one of the most pay-to-win broken robots when it came out. This gameplay is after the first round of nerfs, but be aware that after this footage, they also nerfed its grey durability healing, so it cannot heal grey health anymore. Despite that, I still see at least one Dux in every free-to-play person's hangar. And that is probably because of the insane firepower this thing still has. It can corner shoot as well, which is very handy for a free-to-play player. And infinite ammo from the drones with 100% accuracy now makes it a pretty good free-to-play robot. You still get some stealth when you have your ability if you have the Willa O pilot, so definitely get her if you want to use the Dux. But yeah, any weapons on this thing, it doesn't really matter, just as long as they have infinite ammo, so you can keep those drones firing at all times. Just don't be dumb and use it as a sniper or anything like that, because I don't think that'll go too well. But yeah, it's still possible to go on Living Legend streaks with the Ducks. Oh man, the throwbacks, I love the Ducks meta so much. Okay, so for our first honorable mention, I am going to mention the Lynx, because while I personally haven't really run it that much since the nerfs, I still see a lot of free-to-play players using the Lynx, and it does kill me every so often. The main reason I think free-to-play players should invest in it is because it does have the force field, which can sometimes still be decent, and it also has the execute, and that is very helpful for killing titans that have that last 30% stubborn warrior pilot skill, insanely tanky bit of health. For a free-to-play player, that can be incredibly hard to damage, but with the Lynx's execute, you can just completely bypass that. So, yeah, I might have included this in the actual top 10, but I haven't really run it in that long that I don't really think I have enough, like, experience to speak on this thing. Oh, man, how overpowered this thing was when it first came out. They had to nerf it in 24 hours. Oh, man, it was crazy. Another robot that I see free-to-play players using that I haven't used in ages is the Emoji. This thing was completely overlooked, really, when it came out. It was never really meta, but the portal ability that it has is so overpowered for squads. I don't really know that many good builds for the Emoji. It doesn't have any nuke amp, so I don't really feel it's that much of a firepower robot. In my opinion, I just think it's good for running beacons and obviously transporting the slower tanks in your team. Obviously, if they're not Tefs, they can just teleport across the map in 1 second. Maybe Raptors, Fenrier, stuff like that, I don't know. But yeah, guys, I don't really know too much about the Emoji. I'm going to be honest, the free-to-play players, they keep their secrets on that, so yeah. If you like the look of the robot, maybe invest in it. I mean, it actually is kind of decent still. Some people can make them go incredibly fast in the air, and I'm not sure how to do that. I think it's to do with the modules. But yeah, the Emoji, it's one of the most agile free-to-play bots in the game. Our final honorable mention is going to be the Raptor, a robot which personally I think is pretty trash. But for a free-to-play, it can actually be a decent tank, and also, the main reason that I'm mentioning it is because if you put the Shifang and Fengbao weapons, you can charge your Titan incredibly fast with this. It has been nerfed a lot, but I have heard that there's ways to get, like, 900k health, when you drop in with this. But obviously that would be with, like, maxed out pilot skills, which free-to-plays might not have access to. As I've said, the main reason that I'm mentioning this is for the quick Titan charge with this build. And it can still do well on its own. As you can see, I'm getting a bunch of kills with it, so it's not that bad. I just think that if you want a tank, there's way better options that we will be discussing on this list. Okay, so in our top 3 spot, we have the Demiter. Now, this is one of the most overlooked robots in the game. It is actually incredibly strong. The mobility and healing that this thing has is so useful to have on the battlefield. This thing absolutely carried my baby account, which is why I'm putting baby account gameplay for this section. It is so useful, like, if you're a free-to-play and there's a pay-to-win player, you can just teleport 500 meters away to a teammate with the teleport. You can get out of a bunch of situations with this thing. You can heal multiple teammates at once, as you can see like I'm doing in this footage. I would personally recommend brawler weapons or kind of mid-range, not anything too long distance, because you are essentially meant to be supporting your team with this thing. It's one of my favorite robots, and I honestly should run it more. So yeah, the Demiter is going to be sitting our top 3 spot. At our number 2 spot, we have the Fenrier, which has almost survived every meta in the game since it came out. This thing is just one of the tankiest robots in the game still. For free-to-plays, the Bernadette Wolf Pilot is the way to go. I know we have the Linda Cano, but just go with the Bernadette Wolf. You get so much more health, and you really don't need the Fenrir's Aegis Shield. Personally, I don't really know what weapons are too good for this thing right now. I tried running the Athos and the Ramis when I did my recent video where I used this thing, and they were okay, but I was finding the reload to be kind of long, so there probably is some other weapons that are better for this thing. Maybe the Kirin and Mogwans, I don't know. But yeah, if you want a reliable tank as a free-to-play, the Fenrir is just the obvious answer. There's so many as well. You can get the Cryptic one, the Giftbringer one, or just the regular one. Any of them will do, and having 3 of them is just more chances of you to get one. So there we go. Our top 2 spot is the Fenrir. Okay, so a lot of people probably saw this coming, some maybe before they even clicked on the video. The top 1 free-to-play robot in the game is the Ravager. This thing has survived every single meta that it has gone against because the Transcendence effect literally negates any negative thing you encounter. If a Crisis fired Reapers at you, you could just use the Transcendence to get away. If a Dux or Condor locked you down, you were safe if you just used the Transcendence. And if a Teth teleports in with that EMP, you can use it to at least try and get away. If you pair it with shotguns that have, like, infinite firing, every time you use your Transcendence, you like, get more ammo back. It reloads while you're in Transcendence. And as you can see here, I literally can negate the entire Kaji minefield just by using Transcendence. So it absolutely carries the Ravana, and it is without a doubt the most reliable robot that you can have in your hangar as a free-to-play. Look at me just destroying this Kaji right here. It's crazy. So there we go, guys. Our top 1 spot is the Ravana. Okay, guys, so let me know in the comments if you agreed or disagreed with the tier list and what your top 10 would have been. But anyway, guys, if you did enjoy this video, please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.